Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Francesca and I am a 7 Cups of Consciousness practitioner, a shamanic sound healer, a love dating relationships coach, and so many more oodles of fun things. My channel is all about love dating relationships. I love looking at all the different layers that go into relationship, breaking down what seems complex into bite size, layer by layer, sharing my tips, techniques, and insights from my energetic perch. So today I wanted to share my thoughts on something that is very common, and I'm sure that it is something that we have experienced in at least one relationship, if not several. And that is how fear can ruin a relationship. And you may be thinking, what fear? So a lot of times, and I have seen this many, many times. And I was listening to something the other day, and this all kind of came together, and I was like, I'm going to address that. So a lot of times in relationship, when we first start dating somebody, we're in our own zone. Our energy is clear. There's a distinction between our energy and their energy. And then oftentimes things start to shift. And as the relationship blooms and it becomes maybe an official relationship, we then can have the tendency to then place our attachment for connection onto our partner and that person. And so the thought of them then going away, say there's some trouble in the relationship. And so we tend to then control and grip tighter to that other person. So if you imagine an octopus tentacle. So an octopus tentacle has tons of suckers on it. And each one of those suckers, I think, has enough suction power for something around like 32 pounds. That's just one sucker, thereabouts. Okay. And so the person can sense that that attachment, that control, that suction cup. And so they pull back. We're like, oh, they can't pull back because here's my fear of abandonment coming up, because now I've placed my need for connection on this person. If they go away, I no longer feel connected. Now I'm abandoned and I have to face that fear. So I'm going to put more suction cups on that person. That's only going to have the opposite effect. The person's going to try to pull back and get those suckers off even more. And so you see this discordant pattern going on and on and on. Like I said, there's no judgment. This is all awareness. We've all had this relationship. Pretty much every human on this planet has, to some degree, a fear of abandonment. And so when I work with a client, that's one of the things that I'm going to look at. So the behavior to me is just what I would refer to as like the feedback loop, and seeing, okay, there's a behavior, it's discordant. What's the root? Let's get to the root. And there may be several layers to that fear. And like I said, every person has, to some degree, that fear of abandonment. One of the ways to counteract that is to pull all your energy and attachment for connection off of everyone and everything, pull it back in where it belongs, and connect deep in to your core and to that beautiful river of light that you are. And I know if you've been watching my videos for a while, you're like, oh God, Francesca, you say this all the time, but it is so crucial. And it is what I consider like step one in the process of calling in an appropriate partner and then staying in right relationship. You always want to meet that need for connection deep inside. and you never want to place it outward, because then, like I said, then the control can come up, those sections come up, and so if you're never afraid of having that connection taken away from you, then you're never going to have that discordant behavior. So I hope that this was helpful and supportive. It would be an honor to work with you to help you connect even deeper with your beautiful lights. I will leave a link in the description box for a session. I'm offering free 30-minute intro sessions right now. So until next time, more love vibes to come. Ciao.